Hey everyone, John here from TestPrepInsight.com, and today I'm going to be comparing the Spanish programs from Rocket Languages and Rosetta Stone, two of the most popular Spanish apps around and two courses that we've used pretty extensively. And just as a note, since this is just a video and I'll just be covering the major highlights, if you want some more information about these language apps at any point, we have tons of helpful reviews and comparisons over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Rocket versus Rosetta Stone. That's a quick way to find it. Okay, so to keep this video narrowly focused and genuinely useful, rather than providing a more general overview and review of each of these Spanish apps, I'm instead going to run down the key areas where I see each company winning and having an advantage over the other. So with that in mind, let's start with Rocket Spanish, and I have them winning in 5 key areas. Number 1 is that the Rocket Spanish lessons are just more comprehensive than Rosetta Stone's. Not only are the lessons longer and more detailed, they also include a greater variety of practice drills and exercises across the different aspects of language learning: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Not to mention their dedicated grammar and culture lessons, which I'll touch on here in a minute. Now, the lessons from Rosetta Stone, on the other hand, can become monotonous at times since they all essentially revolve around matching phrases to images. The drills are all just a little derivative. So bottom line, if you're looking for the deeper and more comprehensive program, then I think Rocket Spanish is the choice. Okay, number 2, and this somewhat piggybacks off my last point, but the Rocket Spanish program does a better job of developing your conversational skills. And this is in large part due to Rocket's interactive audio lessons, which really form the backbone of this Rocket Spanish course. Unlike the Rosetta Stone verbal practice exercises, which are really just listen and repeat type drills, the Rocket audio lessons are designed to have you participate in simulated conversations with fluent Spanish speakers. They're really cool. They do a great job of getting you to think under pressure and use the language in context just like you would have to in real life situations. Alright, next up, number 3, Rocket makes grammar and Spanish culture a priority, whereas Rosetta Stone doesn't really do this. In fact, as I noted a second ago, the Rocket Spanish course includes specific lessons dedicated to grammar and culture. And the nice thing is that these lessons are not long, boring, textbook-style explanations. Instead, they're just short 2 to 3 sentence explanations broken up by examples and drills to keep you engaged. Plus, they sprinkle in helpful tidbits about do's and don'ts, etiquette, and manners as well. You just don't get these types of insights in detail with Rosetta Stone. Okay, number 4, and this is a close one, but I give the slight edge to Rocket as far as pronunciation feedback goes. In other words, I think Rocket's speech recognition technology is better. Now, don't get me wrong, Rosetta's True Accent speech software is good too, but I like that Rocket's software utilizes Google's Web Speech API, which is arguably the best in the entire world. It's quick, accurate, easy to use, and I also like that Rocket gives you a grade of 1 to 100 on verbal practice exercises rather than a more generalized pass or fail like some of their Spanish apps. And finally, last up here, number 5, this might be a minor point for some people, but I like the flexibility of the Rocket Spanish lessons. As I mentioned earlier, the core of the program is the company's audio lessons, and because of that, you don't need to be constantly glued to your iPhone or laptop screen. You can complete these lessons while you're doing chores around the house, taking your dog for a walk, whatever. I just know personally when I'm working or learning something new, it's just nice to get up every once in a while, move around, and break up the monotony. I actually think this really helps with the learning process. Okay, now turning the tables, I have Rosetta Stone beating Rocket in just 3 categories. And the first, which is an important one, is cost. Rosetta Stone offers 3 different plans: a 3-month subscription for $36, a 12-month subscription for $96, or a lifetime plan for $300 that can regularly be found on sale for $180. Now, Rocket Spanish, on the other hand, is a little different. They don't offer monthly subscription plans. Instead, you have to purchase levels or the entire course. Level 1 goes for around $150, level 1 and 2 together go for around $300, or you can purchase the entire Rocket Spanish package for around $450. So obviously Rosetta Stone is the more affordable option if you're on a budget. However, it's definitely worth mentioning that Rocket is very aggressive with sales and discounts. I'm talking 50% or more off, so do make sure to look for coupon codes before buying. In fact, to make things easy, I'll actually toss any current discount codes and links that I can find for both companies down in the description for you. So make sure to check out that text below the video screen before buying. You might be able to save yourself some money. Okay, so next up, number 2, there's no question that Rosetta Stone is the better choice for visual learners. Nearly every single practice exercise and drill that you'll be asked to complete includes images and pictures. Plus, Rosetta Stone also offers supplemental video lessons as well, which are solid in their own right. This is in contrast to the Rocket Spanish course, which is more audio and text-based. And last up here, number 3, Rosetta Stone offers a ton of supplemental tools and resources for learners. This includes the video lessons that I just mentioned a minute ago, live lessons, short stories, downloadable audio companions, phrasebooks, and a lot more. My personal favorite of these, though, are definitely the stories. To me, the stories are just a great way to break up the standard Rosetta Stone lessons and really improve your listening and reading skills. Plus, the stories themselves are actually pretty interesting. There's several per unit to choose from, and they all vary in terms of topic. But that's really how the Spanish programs from both companies compare. Although I really like Rosetta Stone and they score points in a few key categories, like with their visual learning environment and extra features, unless you're on a tight budget, I have to give the win to Rocket Spanish here. Their course overall is just much more comprehensive from top to bottom. Between their interactive audio lessons and grammar instruction alone, I think you'll find that Rocket will get you to that intermediate to advanced level of fluency much quicker than Rosetta Stone. Their core curriculum and practice exercises are just more detailed and effective. So if you're serious about learning Spanish, I would say to go with Rocket Spanish. But anyway, like I said, this is just a short video, so if you want some more information or detail regarding either of these language apps, make sure to jump on over to our website. Again, that's testprepinsight.com, or check out our other videos. And before I sign off, I should just mention that since you're learning Spanish, every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free language learning course to one lucky person. Super simple to enter. Everyone out there is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to get entered, but just know it takes like 10 seconds. And hey, you never know, you could win a totally free Spanish course from one of the companies I've talked about here today. Anyways, I hope this video has been helpful and you learned a little something. If so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and drop me a comment below. That would be really appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one.